Hey guys, welcome back to Johnny Cooks. I'm Johnny, and I'm here to show you guys how we cook up some prosciutto wrapped chicken breasts. This is a premium pick from HelloFresh. We are back to our HelloFresh. My wife and I went back to it. It's great. We love it. It's back to the bags. As you guys will see, I'll be putting my trash back into my bag instead of directly into my trash can. Although we're still with the same setup, guys. We're still set up here on the island where it's nice, and I got my stove back here behind me. I've got my pan set up back there. We'll be starting the oven shortly when we get into the directions here, okay? So first off, I just want to say, like I said, we were making that prosciutto wrapped chicken. It's a roulade with an apple pan sauce, parsnip mash, and green beans. So I think this is going to be really good. It's a different take with the parsnip mash. I haven't done that before, so that'll be interesting to do and take a hold of. So what we're going to have is 6 ounces of the parsnips here, and we'll get to unpacking the bag as we do this. So let's go ahead and do that as well. Pardon the opening, guys. I know it's kind of loud. So let's go ahead and get everything out here on the mat, and then I will tell you how much we have of each one. My lovely mother-in-law, as you guys heard me talk about my mother over the past last week video, this week my mother-in-law let me know that I need to give you guys kind of the ingredients and how many of each so that you can follow along if you want, or pick up the ingredients yourself later and replay it and do it. Unfortunately, since this is a prepared meal thing, I don't think HelloFresh would like me, scanning this in and sending and uploading it and giving a link somewhere. So unfortunately, what you guys get is right here, and I'll walk you through the steps, but I will give you the measurement amounts for it, so that way you can do it on your own time if you want. But thank you, mother-in-law. I like the criticism or the helpful feedback. It's always useful. Love my mother-in-law as well. She's great. Just like my mother. Excuse me, guys. Got a little bit of a runny nose, so we'll try not to make it too sufferable. All right, we got our bag set up, all flattened out like we like it. I'm going to put it up here kind of out of view, but it's up there for me to put my trash into, so we'll get that rocking and rolling. So like I was saying, we get 6 ounces of parsnips. In that case, they sent us 1 parsnip here, so it's only 1 that's in the bag. We got 12 ounces of potatoes here, which are just regular potatoes. So those are probably going to be done up for the mash as well. So as you can see, there we go. We got the potatoes of 12 ounces. Again, this is all for the 2-person serving. If you're going to do the 4, then you go ahead and just double that. 6 ounces of green beans right here already in our bag. We got the 6 ounces of green beans. We got sage here in a bag as well. You're going to need a quarter ounce of sage, even for the 4 people serving. It says no matter what, do that. We got a thumb of ginger root here, very small ginger root. As you can see, don't need a whole lot, it looks like. We got 1 apple right there. I'm not going to try and name what type of apple that is. Probably a Honeycrisp or something. And then we're going to move down. We've got our chicken here, which is going to be 10 ounces. Usually 2 chicken breasts, which is what that is. So we got 2 chicken breasts with 10 ounces of it in there. We've got garlic powder over here. So our garlic powder here. And then we've got the miso sauce concentrate right here. And then 2 tablespoons of the creme fraiche, which is right here. So this is 2 tablespoons worth of it. And then we got the 2 ounces of prosciutto right here, packaged up already. And then, yeah, that'll be wrapping the chicken later. So that's how we're going to do that. Again, there we go. That was one of the critiques that I got. So glad to step in and help out with that. And of course, your salt and pepper. And guys, look, we got our Utah salt back. I got some in the mail this week. So awesome. And then we got cracked pepper. Wife would remember to get that for me when I told her. So that was good. She's always amazing to helping me out and getting this going. So, oh, and sorry, the mozzarella, guys. 2 ounces of mozzarella. Almost forgot that. So I think I almost forgot that. Yeah, the 2 ounces of mozzarella that they give in there as well. Like I said, this is all comes in the bag. Unlike every plate where you got like this big box that was just all the ingredients and you had to go in and find what you wanted. Only downside is like you don't get the bulbs of garlic like we did with every plate with the HelloFresh. So we will set that off to the side and we will get rolling on our prep, guys. We're going to prep all the veggies, get that rolling, and then we'll get into the cooking. So first things first, let's do the prep. Let's see, yeah, we set the oven to 425 degrees. So we're going to go get that set up now. 425, guys, set that up. All right, so there we go. Oven's at 425. It'll be going. Oh, remember, guys, always check your oven. Make sure nothing's in there. Mine's empty. Again, that's from last time that I said it. Check your oven. I almost forgot. I remember. So remember, we do that. And again, I'm going to go ahead and get these veggies chopped up and all done up, and then I'll show you guys that. But I'm not going to bore you with the process again like before. If you need to look at how I do my knife techniques and everything like that, you can watch some of my earlier videos. So now that we've got several under our belt, I'm not going to keep doing that, but we're going to get rolling and doing that, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, we're back here. We've got all of our stuff chopped up. A little trick that I like to use when I was doing this is to, if you don't have a big enough cutting board and you're running out of space and trying to chop everything, grab some small bowls and throw your stuff in there. Like we got our parsnips right here in our bowl. So that's all of our chopped parsnips in there. And then we went ahead and put in our potatoes into this one. So we got all our chopped potatoes into this bowl, and then everything else we were able to get on here. So we got our chopped apple right here along with our ginger. I went ahead and just finally chopped that because it was a small enough piece. It was going to be really hard to grate. So I just went ahead and chopped it up. And then we got our chopped sage right here as well. So I'll show you guys all that right in there, guys. So there's our ginger here, our sage here, and then the apple right here. So it's all chopped up. It's all good. We've got that. There's no real trimming that I ever do on the green beans that says you can trim if you want to. I never have to. They're all pretty trimmed as it comes in the bag. So when we throw it out, we don't ever have to have that problem. And then it said in there, guys, use half of the potatoes for the recipe. Use all of it if you're doing for 4 servings. So all the potatoes for 4 servings, but only half the potatoes for 2 servings. I don't know why, because it gives you 2 different measurements. So I just went ahead and did what they said. I used half the potatoes because we're going to be boiling the parsnips and the potatoes together and making that as the mash when we get that all done in there. So we're going to get that going. It says to grab our pot back here and toss our parsnips in it. So we'll get our parsnips in, and then we'll also get our potatoes in there. And you just want to cover those with water, with enough water just to cover them. So we're just going to get that water in there. I use tap water for this. I've also got a water filter here, but we recently just got a whole system water filter, so it covers everything. And as you can see, guys, the parsnips are going to start to float in there. So we got our parsnips in there. It's going to be hard to kind of see. I can't tilt it. Not showing it. There we go, without spilling the water. And then, so yeah, we got the parsnips in there floating. The potatoes are down. We're going to get that going on the burner back here. We'll put it on our big burner. Our quick boil that we got. There we go. So we're going to bring those up to a boil. Move my pan over here. It's not hot. We'll save that for later. More than likely, I think we're going to cook that chicken first. So we got that going, guys. That's back there. We believe we got to put some salt in there. Yep, heavily salted, it says. We'll get some good Utah salt going in there, guys. Now that I've got my Utah salt back, I will definitely salt it up. I have no issue salting up with my good Utah salt. I'm glad to have my Utah salt back. Even though I had that little container, but this is better to get the fresh crackness in there. So we'll do that. And then now we're going to cook that to a boil. Once it gets boiling, we'll boil that for about 13 to 16 minutes and then check them. You can check them with a fork or whatever and see if they're soft enough to be able to mash up. So we'll do that. You're going to retain about a quarter cup of that liquid from boiling the parsnips and the potatoes together in case you need it to smooth out those mashed potatoes afterwards. I personally don't have an issue usually with it. If I need to, I like to add a little bit of creaminess, so I'll add some milk to it instead of the reserved water. It does add a little bit of calories, of course, but you know, if you use skim milk or anything else, usually you can get that down. But if you like whole milk, go ahead and use whole milk too. So you can get that go ahead and get that in there for a little bit of creamier texture. And then So that's all going to be mixed in once we get mashing on that. I'll tell you guys the rest of that. And then right now, while the veggies are cooking, because yeah, that's all is the parsnip mash. We haven't done anything with the apples yet. The apple's going to go in the sauce at the end. So yeah, we're going to pat this chicken dry with some paper towels and place between two pieces of plastic wrap, and we're going to pound it out with a mallet. So that's why I got my handy dandy mallet here, guys. I love this thing. This thing's great. So we're going to move our prosciutto. Love prosciutto. Move that out of the way because I got another cutting board over here. My lovely wife said, I got you two. You probably will need two this time. And she was right. I did need two. So she always knows what's going on. She knows what's right. So we'll grab the plastic wrap real quick. I always hate messing with plastic wrap. It's never my fondest thing to do. I always have difficult with it. So we'll go ahead and get enough out here just to make sure. Wait, goes down. Come on now. That's good. See, like I said, guys, I just never do well with plastic wrap. I don't know why. It's just always a pain to me. Go ahead and stretch this back out. We'll move it back over this way. Okay, let's move this knife out of the way. Now that we got that, I don't want to touch that chicken quite yet, but I will be using one hand on the mallet and one hand to grab the chicken with, and then I'll use the other to move this back and forth. Oh, now we're boiling on those parsnips. So let me set that timer. I'm going to do mine for 15 minutes. So now I can hear it back there boiling over. So let's go ahead, hold the corner of this paper towel here. There we go. Slap it right in there. We'll get this other one slapped right in there. We'll take this paper towel. I'll wipe that up with a Clorox wipe in just a minute. Because again, surface is going to be dirty now. And of course, I just went and grabbed that corner with my dirty hand, which I didn't want to do. But we're all right. There we go. Now let's move these out of the way. Almost moved it into the chicken juice. Okay, now we've got this done up, guys, as you can see. So I'm going to hold it down here so it's not so loud. And it says to pound these out. So place between two large, please pound with a mallet or rolling pin until the chicken is about a 1/4 inch thick. So pretty thin. Might have to flip this over so it's on the other side. We'll go ahead and do that real quick. We'll flip this board over. Look at there, we got that chicken right in there since I folded it over. Oh, wrong side. I'm using the tendering side. That's not the side I wanted. That's all right. Oh, we broke out of our plastic now because I used the tenderizer side. That was not the right side to use, guys. All right, let's peel this back off now. Since I went ahead and accidentally broke through, I think we're skinny enough now. Okay. And then we'll stick that in there. This hand's covered in chicken. Let's grab our chicken bag here and drain it a little bit. There we go. And then safely carry it to the trash can. All right, now it says to peel off the top layer of the plastic, season the tops of the chicken with half of the garlic powder and some pepper. So we're going to do that. So I'll go ahead and wash my hands so that I can do that. Or my one hand because it's covered in chicken. And unfortunately, we already used our scissors, so I'll have to find another pair. I think I got another clean pair over here. Close this drawer. Dry off my hands. Put my towel back where it was. All right, let's get this garlic powder here. There is a tear-off spot, so we'll just do that. Looky there. Like I said, guys, most of it's got tear-offs. It's just like with this garlic powder, it leaves a really small hole. I usually just like to have a bigger hole to get that out of. But since we're only using a little bit of it anyways, we're just going to tap it on there. It says to use about half of the garlic powder on this chicken here. So we're going to get this tapped out. Nice and garlicky, just the way the wife and I like it. Like I said, guys, we love garlic. We really like it. It's really good. I hope you guys had a good week, and I appreciate you guys, coming back, showing up, watching my video again. Um, Hope you guys enjoy what you're liking. If you have any comments, suggestions, I'm willing to listen, guys. So go ahead and send those my way. Like I said, my mom's already talked with me. My mother-in-law sent over some texts. So I'm happy to listen. I'm happy to talk with you guys. So we're going to get that all peppered up just like that. And then it says keeping the chicken on the plastic wrap position, the pieces perpendicular to the edge of your work space, and divide mozzarella among the bottom halves of each chicken cutlet. Tightly roll up chicken over the mozzarella. Ooh, okay, so we're going to roll that mozzarella inside. Ooh, that's going to be good. Oh, boy. I'm reading this, guys, right along with you. So, like I said, this was 2 ounces of mozzarella. So we're going to put about an ounce each. Because it just says divide the mozzarella. That means divide half of it. Actually, I'm going to flip this around, guys, real quick. Because I like this longer edge back here on this side. So we're going to do that. We're going to put that mozzarella right there because we're going to roll up on it, guys. So that's going to get rolled up right on that mozzarella. This is going to be amazing. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to eat this. This is, like I said, guys, it was a premium pick, so it's a little upgrade, a little bit more of a cost with it when you get the premiums. Let's go ahead and just put that up there. There we go. So we'll do that there, and then we'll tightly roll that chicken up. So we'll get this first one going here. Oh, this is the one that went through my paper here. Oh no, we don't want to lose any of that cheese. Oh man. Do not lose any of that mozzarella because that's going to be too good. There we go. Tightly roll up as tight as you can. Like I said, it's going to get in there. All right, guys. Let's get this going here. Oh, tightly wrapped there like that. There we go. I think we're going to wrap the prosciutto around it as well to keep it extra, extra good. So we'll go ahead and do that for right now. Might try and stuff that extra cheese back in there. Yep, there we go. Then lay 2 slices of our prosciutto beside each other. And then we're going to place the chicken roulade along the bottom of the slices and then tightly roll that. So yeah, we're going to do exactly what I had suggested. So let's go ahead and wash our hands again, guys. Like again, we messed with raw chicken before we touch anything else. We want to give our hands a wash. Getting them nice and clean here. Down to 8 minutes on that timer for those mashed parsnips and potatoes. Get our towel back on where it's supposed to go. Let's go ahead and grab this prosciutto here. See if there's a corner up that I can grab. Looks like it. Sometimes there is. Looks like there is on this one. Oh, yeah. There we. Oh, wait. Nope, it's stuck. No, prosciutto, don't rip on me. There we go. You stay there. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yummy prosciutto. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this plastic wrap, pick it up here, move this chicken off, dust off where my stuff was. All right, there we go. Then we're going to peel off. It says 2 pieces here. So we'll peel off 2 onto our work surface, which is this nice bamboo cutting board. 1. There's plenty of prosciutto in here, guys, too. So you could always do more. You don't just have to do 2. I'll probably do 3 just to make sure it gets layered properly. And my wife and I love prosciutto, so this is premium pick. We're going to use all the prosciutto. Okay, so let's stretch that out. Kind of like that, guys. Get it there. Lay this one on top of that one. And then again, just hold down the end. Peel off the prosciutto piece. The divider that's dividing all this prosciutto, because it does tend to stick to each other. So there we go. Oh man, that is looking delicious. Come on. Oh no, I'm just ripping it. Okay, we'll leave it alone. So there we go. Like I said, I'm gonna do 3. It says 2, but I'm gonna do 3 because we got plenty of prosciutto. And I don't think we're gonna use it again. Let me just check. No, we're not gonna use the prosciutto again, so we can use a little bit more if we want. And that's what we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna put it right here in the middle of where these 2 slices were. Lay it down, peel it off. There we go, just like that. And then we're gonna take one of these chicken breasts and we're gonna lay it on here. I'm gonna go the opposite way from where the cheese ended. So my fold is here on the side facing me, and I'm gonna roll up against it. So that way it kind of helps keep all that cheese in there. Make sure you grab all your prosciutto so that it comes up and roll it up like that. I'm gonna place it back on that plastic wrap. Oh my goodness, that looked delicious. Again, I touched raw chicken. Raw chicken was on the board. I think I'm going to use, actually, I'll wash my hands just in case I don't use all this chicken. That way the chicken doesn't get in there, contaminate that prosciutto, and I can use it later. So washing my hands again, guys, so it's not contaminating that chicken in there. Always dealing with raw chicken is always a fun thing. Got to wash your hands all the time. Some people, like you'll see professional kitchens, they use gloves sometimes. Us home cooks, we don't have that luxury to have, those gloves around like that. So we'll go ahead and just wash our hands. Always take care of your hands, guys. Keep them clean. And laid out. There we go. Oh man, this one got kind of tied up a little bit. Oh yeah, there we go. Stretch it out a little bit. Okay. Another piece of prosciutto. Oh man, this is so good. Like I said, my mom messaged me before last video, told me some things to change. My mother-in-law this time. Love those ladies in my life. They're great to have around. Hopefully y'all get along with your mother-in-laws as well. Oh, see, we're only gonna have one extra piece of prosciutto. Oh man, and that's a nice one. I may have to use that one and not this one. That one's a little tiny piece. This was a thicker one. Oh boy, look at that piece of prosciutto, guys. We're gonna put that one in there because that is just too beautiful not to use. Make sure. Let's actually. Can I pull it out? Because they're all together now, so I can't do that. Oh no, we'll cover this side up with this one. There we go. And then let's grab that. Like I said, guys, I'm looking for that crease so that I go against it. There we go. We're going to kind of tuck that corner in on that. And then roll up this prosciutto here. Kind of tuck it in. Get all that cheese trapped in there. Cheese is trying to escape. I guess we're going to have some escape in there, so that's fine. We got that rolled up, guys. Now we're going to get that pan going. It says to drizzle some oil in there, and then we're going to add the chicken roulades, and we're going to seal them to brown and crispy 2 to 3 minutes. And then we'll toss that onto the baking sheet with the green beans, and then we'll bake all that together. So I'll show you guys that in a minute. I'll probably go ahead and move the camera over there, show you guys how I'm going to fry up this chicken. So see you guys in just a minute after I wash my hands. All right, guys, we're back over here. We got this set up now. We're set up over here on this side, and we've got our pan heating up with the oil in it. Right next to me was the parsnips and stuff. That finished while I was transitioning, so I went ahead and drained that, put them back in, and put a lid on it to keep it nice and warm. I'll swing that over for you guys to see. See, I got the lid on it. So we got that going there, and it's just going to sit over there and stay warm while we cook this chicken roulade. So I'm going to go over to my cutting station where I was before, grab that chicken, and before I toss it in there, I'm just going to swirl this oil around one last time in there. And then we're going to lay it down in there nice and gently like that. Grab the other one, guys. Again, just roll that oil back and forth over here. Get that oil. I can see it going across. Laying it in there nice and gently. And then we're going to give it a couple minutes in there, and then we'll turn it and give it a couple minutes again, turn it and everything, and then we'll transfer it to the baking sheet. So that's going to go. I'm going to go over and wash my hands again, guys. Again, I messed with the meat. Time to wash the hands. All right, so let's kill this heat. Go ahead and pop this off right here. We'll go ahead and move it over here to the side of the stove. Yeah, pop that off. You got a little bit of chicken stuck to there. Go ahead and pull that off. I'll just toss that in my trash bag. Well, that probably would have been great to eat. There we go. Roll that off. Oh, guys, look at that. See, not even a full 2 minutes, just that minute. Look at the coloring on that. That's beautiful. So we're going to place that on our bacon sheet over there. We'll get all that up with the sauce. We'll just leave that for the sauce because we're about to make that next, guys. So that's going to be really good. So now we've got our chicken on our bacon sheet, and looky there, guys, we got our green beans on our bacon sheet. So we're going to go ahead and toss that in the oven. Middle rack. Oh, it says to roast on the top rack. That's my bad, guys. It says to roast it on the top rack, so make sure you put it on your top rack. You know, got adjusted your racks. So we're going to roast on the top rack for 12 to 15 minutes. So I'm going to go to that higher range of about 15 because I want that chicken to cook through all the way. Make sure we get that chicken cooked. And then now, in the pan that we used for the chicken, we're going to melt a tablespoon of butter, and we're going to add the apple and a pinch of salt. So let's go ahead and get this going again. Put it on medium. Let me go over to my fridge and grab my stick of butter and get me a tablespoon cut off. That's the only thing they don't provide in the HelloFresh is the butter, but that's fine with me. I've got my stick butter that I use. It's easy to measure off a tablespoon when I need it. So I'll bring my cutting board over here. We'll lay that butter in there. Oh, listen to it sizzle. We even got some oil in there still. That's all right. That'll mix together fine. Probably didn't need all that grease, but it'll be okay. A little bit of grease never hurts you. Especially on a premium pick like this where we've got the prosciutto wrapped chicken. So you just want to get it in there, guys. Look at that. Nice and golden. Yeah. Okay, now we add our apples in there. So let's add our apples in there. All right, so now we're going to do this with a pinch of salt. I'm going to try and get this chicken off the pan because it's sticking and it's bothering me. There we go. We got it up. That's just going to add flavor to our sauce here. Okay, now that I got that tossed a little bit, let me go grab my salt. Our good Utah salt. Get that cracked in there. All right, we're going to do this and cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. So our timer's going. It's at 12:52 now. So I'm going to cook this up for about 4 to 5 minutes, guys. And then I'll show you how that is. All right, guys, we're back here. We're stirring this up. And we've got about 4 minutes in here. And it says to cook them to a light golden brown, partially cooked, which I think they're at. So yeah, we'll look at that. Yeah, that looks good to me. And then now we got to stir in 3/4 cup of water, the chopped sage, our minced ginger, and the miso sauce concentrate and remaining garlic powder, guys. Oh, and a teaspoon of sugar too. So we're gonna need to grab that. So I'm gonna grab the miso sauce concentrate. Looking to see about how much it is in here, guys. It's just a little bitty packet. There's probably maybe a tablespoon of sauce in here, is what I would say. The sauce, it's a miso sauce concentrate. So I would say there's maybe a tablespoon in here. So we'll squeeze all that out in here, like that. And then we'll throw in the water. And we'll add our remaining garlic powder. There we go. There's all that garlic powder in there. And then we will add in the sage and the ginger, guys. So there's our sage. There's our ginger. Get that all in there. Get that mixed up. So there we go. That's all good mixed up in there. Oh, that's right. We got to get the teaspoon of sugar. Wife and I don't use sugar. We have switched to the stevia or Truvia alternative. So you use about the same amount, though, as you would for sugar. So if we use a teaspoon of sugar, we're going to grab a teaspoon of this. And then we're just going to get a teaspoon in there. Like I said, guys, this is what we use for our sugar. We use the Truvia, and it works great. We like it. Alternative to sugar, so a little bit healthier for you. It sits above my wife's coffee cabinet, so she can have it with her coffee. And also, I have it in my tea, so that's always good. I don't drink coffee, but I drink tea. All right, so now we are going to cook until the apple is tender and the sauce is thickened, about 4 to 6 minutes. We've got about 6 minutes left on our timer for cooking the chicken. And then we'll add another tablespoon of butter to it after that, and some salt and pepper. And then it'll be good to go up and serve, guys. All right, guys. I'm back. This has been cooking for maybe a couple of minutes. What I'm going to do now is shift while this is cooking. I'm going to mash up these potatoes, and I'm going to show you how I do that in just a second. I'm going to switch these veggies over to the other burner, though. So let's go ahead and do that. Kill the fire here, and then just transferred it right over to the other burner while it cooks. We'll go ahead and get this mash up here, and we'll put that. It says to put 2 tablespoons of butter into the mash along with our creme fraiche. So let's get our creme fraiche here. And it's a little bit harder to open up, guys, and tear. So I use a pair of scissors just to cut a corner off, just because it's just going to be easier and not cause any issue with you opening it up and squirting everywhere. So let's go ahead and put that creme fraiche in there. Make sure you squeeze out as much as you can. So we add that, and then we're going to start mashing, and we'll add some salt and pepper to that in just a minute. So here's my potato masher. We're just going to get mashing right here in the pot. And just go ahead and knock it off. Look at that. Just mashing right up. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is going to be great, guys. This is going to be really good. I wish you guys could taste it with me. But like I said, you want to cook this on your own, by all means, go ahead. I've kind of laid out all the steps for you, and I've given you all the measurements of the potatoes and the parsnip, and also the butter along the way, or the sugar, and so on. So yeah, we're just mashing this here, guys. As you can see, it's getting quite creamy with just the butter and the creme fraiche in there. So I'm just going to knock that off real quick. Knock this the other way so that I get all that off. I'm going to season it real quick, and then we'll mash it up just a little bit more. Get some fresh cracked pepper in there. Shake up our pepper shaker. Get more fresh kernels in there. There we go. Get our fresh Utah salt in there. Look at that, guys. That is beautiful. Oh, yeah, that looks good. So I'm just going to leave that now. Move this over to my sink. And then I'm actually going to take a spoon here and just make sure that everything gets folded in really good. There we go. Oh, yeah, look at that mash. That looks gorgeous. Gorgeous, I tell you. And we're at 1.5 minutes left. So I'm going to move that off to the side. I'm going to recover it so it stays warm. We're almost done with this chicken and the sauce. And I will fire my fire back up. Let's switch this back over to the camera view. Turn that fire off. As you can see, guys, it started to thicken up a little bit. Still kind of saucy in there. So I want to go ahead and up the heat on that. I want to cook off a lot of that liquid. All right, guys, we're back. We got the station changed back over. As you can see, we're back over here in our cutting station. I'm going to grab this pan to show you guys what the apples should look like once they're cooked down. As you can see, guys, look how good that looks. See, no sauce in there really. So now that we got that, we're going to toss in our butter like it wanted. Just another tablespoon of butter, guys, right into the pan. Just go ahead and move your apples all around it. Let it melt down. That pan's nice and hot still. I just turned off the fire. So it's going to be good to melt that down. You can stack your apples on top of it as well. Kind of help melt it down. We're going to let that sit over here and get going. In the meantime, I am going to go grab those chicken the prosciutto wrapped chicken, and put it on a cutting board. We're going to slice those up and get to plating. Let me bring up the plates real quick, guys. Get our nice plates here. Okay, now we got our plates set up. So I am going to grab my tongs and the cutting board, and we are going to pull that chicken right over. And I'm not going to leave any of this cheese behind either. A little bit of cheese on there. So look at that chicken, guys. Look how amazing that is. That is just gorgeous right now. That is just amazing. So we got our extra cheese here. Like I said, I'm not leaving that behind. I'm going to throw those on the plates. And then we're going to go ahead, turn this, and we're going to just slice this chicken up. Ooh, kind of hot. I might get my glove on. Let me rinse off my hands because this just came out of the oven. So it's nice and toasty. If you're like me and you got nice oven mitts or gloves that my daughter got me, they're great. So yeah, now we can hold that chicken. And then I can just wash these gloves. I can just throw them right in the wash if I need to. You're just going to slice it up just like that, guys. And then we're just going to slide the knife underneath it. Transfer it over to our plate. Slide it right out there like that. Again, same thing on this one. Oh, breaking up a little bit here. That's all right. It's still going to taste fine. Slipping off a little bit. Oh, we got just a little extra cheese there. It doesn't look pretty, but it's sure going to taste good. That's what counts. You don't want to lose any prosciutto, leave any of that behind. Okay? Then let's go ahead and bring over our green beans. So we can go ahead, dish up those green beans on there. Again, remember to try and, this is for 2 servings, guys, so you want to split it up evenly as possible. Already prepared for you. And if you guys would like a free box of HelloFresh sent to you, just drop a comment in the likes, leave your email, or shoot me a personal message with your email, and I will shoot you guys over some. I've got 10 free boxes to give away, so I can give you away a box so you can try it, see if you like it, see if you maybe want to do this yourself. All right, let's dish up our mashed potatoes in here. There we go. Nice big old dollop of mashed potatoes and the mashed parsnips in there. Go ahead and just flatten that out. It's got quite a bit. Let's move it over there. There we go. Get a little bit more here. There we go. Okay, we can put that down in our sink. Then we grab our sauce over here, our apples that we're melting that butter. Again, just kind of move it all around. And I believe, guys, this is just going to go. We divide our chicken and our parsnip mash and place the green beans on the plates. Yep, spoons pan sauce over the chicken and the mash. Ooh, so we're going to toss this potato or this apple goodness over our parsnip mash and our potato mash. There we go. And then put a little bit on to your chicken. There we go. Go ahead and get that on there. There we go, just like that. Again, guys, I'm no professional chef. I'm just a home cook that loves to cook. So we're going to get that on there. This is looking delicious. There we go. So now we can put that in our sink right there. We can take off our glove now that we're done. We can move our cutting board over as well and our knife right into our sink. And there we have it, guys. We got our prosciutto wrapped chicken roulade is what it's called, with our parsnip and potato mash with our green beans. It's right there on the plate, guys. I will show you the one that looks beautiful. Look at that. Look how gorgeous that is, guys. That looks amazing. So let's give it a try. Right quick. Here we go, guys. Look how gorgeous that is. Let's taste some of this real quick. Oh, man. That is absolutely amazing. That really is, guys. Let's get a small bite of this here. Chicken and prosciutto with our roulade, which is just that mozzarella in there. Oh, my goodness, guys. That is absolutely amazing. Well, as you saw on here, another great thing that we got. I'm going to go enjoy dinner with my wife. This has turned out amazing. I hope you guys have it turn out amazing as well. So we'll see you next time on Johnny Cooks.